Go.
Good morning, shalom, and on this rather cold day and nasty day where we're inside, I'd like to share with you a warm Torah thought that would be applicable for any day, and I'd be honored if you would bring the Chumash prepared before tomorrow night and bring it to the table, and we'll do an interesting learning together. And that is as follows. In this week's Parsha, we have the sin of the Egel Hazav, the golden calf. And in reality, we have to ask ourselves the question we ask every year: how is it possible that 40 days after the incredible revelation at Sinai, 40 days later, they're dancing around the golden calf? So many answers are suggested, but I'd like to share with you, just as a way of prelude to where we're going, that the Gemara in Avodah Zarah suggests that God suspended their Bechira. It's almost like God wanted them to have this opportunity to stray, even for Avodah Zarah, idolatry, to show the incredible potential of tshuva l'rabim, to show the community that there's always room for coming back, and that as far gone as an individual or community could be, we never give up. There's always the opportunity for resuming the relationship with God. And if anything, the rabbis point out that when the clouds of glory returned after the sin of the Egel Hazav, they returned with a greater sense of love for the entirety of the people than what had been before. The Vilna Gaon says before it was only for the scholars, and now it was for everybody. But I'd like you to take a look, open your Art Scroll Chumashim to page 500, and if you are in a different Chumash, so you are in chapter 32, and Moshe prays for the people, and his incredible love for them is that unless you forgive the Jewish people, count me out of your book. Good. So now turn to page 502, the next page. Hashem says, okay, I'll forgive, but you should know, Moshe, my presence will not be with the people as it had been before. And so I'm going to send an angel. Moshe is upset. He negotiates this with God on page 502. But what we have is as follows, starting with verse 7. Moshe yikach es ha'ohel. Moshe took his tent and he placed it outside the camp. He moved what is called, as we see in the text, Ohel Moed. And Rashi explains why. Says Moshe, if God is angry at the people, I'm going to show that, and he's moving out, I'm going to do the same thing. So now look at the response of God to Moshe. We can very well understand Moshe following his Rabbi, God himself. So the Torah tells us at the very bottom of page 502, V'diber Hashem el Moshe ponim el ponim. God speaks to Moshe face to face. Now, what does he say to him? We don't know. Kasher yidaber ish el re'ehu, as one person would speak to the next one, and then v'shav v'lemachaneh, and then Moshe would come back to the camp after he spoke with God. The Gemara in Brachos 63b says something amazing. Do you want to know what Hashem said to Moshe? Says the Gemara, v'shav v'lemachaneh. Moshe, you can't do this. Go back to the camp. You can't move your tent outside the camp. Why? Because the people are going to give up hope. They're going to say, God is angry, Moshe is angry. Who's left with them? They're alone. And therefore, B'shav l'machaneh, go back. And if not, as the verse continues, U'mishar so Yeshua bin Nun Na'ar, Moshe, you too can be replaced by Yehoshua. An incredible idea comes out of this teaching. Namely, Moshe had the Torah, but Torah is to be shared. And God was teaching this to Moshe. The Torah is to be shared. And this is a very important lesson that each and every one of us has to remember all the time. We all have friends. We all have neighbors who are not yet as learned as we are. the incredible opportunity that exists at a Shabbos table, the incredible opportunity that exists during the week to use your positive influence and to follow our teacher Moshe, the Shav El Machaneh, to have a powerful impact on our neighbors and our community. And so, please God, together we will enhance our very special community of Fairlawn, the Shav El Machaneh. Shabbat Shalom to all.